How come gold has become the credit engine of our economy? How we are seeing Indians pledging gold like never before, and most importantly, why NBFCs and the big bank players are banking upon gold loans in the recent past. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and in today's session we are going to understand that what is the gold loan boom that we are seeing in our country. Now when we are talking about this gold loan boom, the first thing that we have to establish is through numbers that if this is a real situation or not. So in recent times what we are seeing that the amount of gold that is present with Indian households. So you might be thinking how big it could be. It is huge. 27,000 tons of gold is present with India's household. This is an estimate. It could be more as well. Now what we are seeing as this gold which used to lie idle, nothing offering in terms of other than wealth, nothing more. Nowadays you can see that gold has become an option not just for wealth but also investment. But the reason we are saying that we are seeing a gold loan boom, that gold is being seen as a thing that can facilitate credit as well. And we are seeing that Indians, instead of going ahead and selling gold, if they need money, they are using it to borrow money. That's why facilitating credit. So that means as of now, gold is not just store of wealth, it is an investment if you look at the recent price increase, and then we are seeing that it has become source of credit as well. Now to understand if this is actually a loan boom or not, we have to dig up more numbers. So let us see the transition that we have seen. For example, when we are talking about increase in the number of gold loans based on the data provided by World Gold Council, we are seeing that banks as of now, they have 5.1 trillion rupees in outstanding gold loan. That means loans worth this amount has been given. And you have to look at this number that there has been more than 100% increase as compared to the last year. Now let us look at NBFCs. NBFCs have 3.3 trillion, not going really short as compared to the bank. And the increase here is 70% year on year. And this clearly shows that banks and NBFCs have almost 8.4 trillion rupees in terms of gold backed credit. Now this shows that gold loan boom is here. And this is not something that is only short duration based. We have seen this humongous rise, especially in last 4 years. So when we are looking at this number, this clearly shows us that the concentration of credit is moving towards gold. But the question we need to ask here is why? Because when we are talking about this is not something that we had previously seen. What makes banks and NBFCs so interested, and more importantly, what is making this tick for the people? Let us first understand that what is making people move toward gold loans in an easier way as compared to before. So the first factor that you have to consider here is the process that is very simple. So when we are looking at gold loans, you just have to process your gold jewelry which is pledged to the lender, and the credit is almost instant. And if you pay it back in time, you get back your asset. So you get a secured loan, and this is a factor with simple process that is something that people want. This is not some emergency borrowing. This is some secured loan that is coming through a proper process that can be executed in minimal time possible, which is not seen with loans. Apart from that, if you see the gold price rise in the recent year, just in this year itself, you will understand that old jewelry that has higher value now. If it has higher value, then if it gets you a bigger loan. That means easy, bigger credit without any newer investment is available. And this is what gold loans are becoming attractive for. there is immediate liquidity that is present. Gold is already present in the Indian households and borrowers can immediately unlock the liquidity without selling off their family gold. And as of now in our country, as I said, this is not some emergency borrowing. Gold loans are being used for medical expenses, education loans, startups and so much more. Furthermore, the rise in price is also another reason that makes it attractive. Now you must be thinking that I have explained that what makes people go for gold loans, but why banks and NBFCs are interested. You have to understand with an example here. Let's just say a person is going for personal loan. The bank will look at the income, will look at the assets, but at the same time the security here is minimum. But when we are looking at gold loan, bank has the full asset. This is where gold is present, the asset is present with the bank. The recovery is possible better here. And that is why we see NBFCs and bigger bank players focusing on gold loans so much. It's such an asset that doesn't allow just banks the recovery. It facilitates further income because we know the prices of gold have shown that how great of an investment it can be. Right? So as of now, we have understood that what is making gold loans tick for people and also for the banks. Now also let us look at the challenge that comes with it. So when we are looking at the gold loans, yes, they are promising, they have been increasing, but if you see at the NPA profile, can you see that is also increasing from 3,200 to 4,700 crores, and this is where we see a similar pattern for banks and NBFCs. And that is why RBI has recently tightened the rules for the gold loans, where the loan to value has been decided. That means the amount that will be borrowed, that has been given a fixed limit. For example, up to rupees 2.5 lakh loan, the limit to value percentage is 85. If it is 2.5 to 5 lakh, the LTV is 80%, and if it is 5 lakhs, then LTV is 75%. Then for proper evaluation, lenders have to follow a clear procedure so that the purity and value of the pledged gold is assessed appropriately, and RBI also clearly says that there will be proper auction and recovery rules. If the borrower is not able to repay, then there is a prescribed procedure that will be followed for selling off the gold. Apart from that, RBI wants transparency. Borrowers should know that what will be the loan term, what will be the charges, and the pledged gold that they have given, what will be the treatment of that. But at the same time, even after such tightened measures, we are seeing that gold loans are driving a huge section of loans, and the question here is, this should not be another segment of NPAs. Now this is where you bring into picture that how millennials are the ones who have seen concentration of gold loan as borrowers rather than boomers, basically people from the 80s. And when we are looking at Gen Z, the recent reports have also highlighted that how they are living on borrowed money, how they are living on credit money. So this is where reckless spending is also to be monitored, but of course the credit growth needs to be ensured, and that remains the real challenge. Now that we have understood the gold loan boom story, let us also talk about the dependence in terms of gold import. Do you think the emergence and increase in gold loan helps us with the import dependence or not? Let me know in the comment section. Let us discuss this part as well, because when we are talking about India, we know that we are a country which loves the gold, but unfortunately we have to heavily rely on imports. And that is why, if you remember, back in this year only, our Prime Minister requested that we should not be buying gold because of the import pressure, because of rising oil prices, the Iran crisis we were feeling. Government not only requested, government also increased the import duty. But when we are looking at the gold import story, this step helps but not directly, because the demand for gold is not driven by gold loans. So in this context, it's only helping us indirectly, because when we want to reduce the demand of imported gold, that is related to new gold. But when old gold can be used for better purposes, there might be some limited demand, or there can be move towards the non-physical gold as well. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be moving towards the last part of the story, where we are understanding that how come India's oldest assets has become main thrust of the modern economy. Gold has moved from locker to loan, and this is not just a random thing, it is a huge transition, a process of financialization of household gold, where it is not idle, where it is contributing to the development of economy, where it is facilitating education, startups, emergencies, and also consumption. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. Broad topic, that is why I'm going to leave you here with 3 prelims practice questions. First question, then the second question is here, and this is the third question. You can pause and see the questions and let me know the answer to these in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. That was all from my side. Thank you so much.